Are you guys sick of superhero films and TV yet? Yeah, me neither, but they have gone in every direction it's possible to go, right? From here on out, it's just repetition. I mean, we have a superhero western, we have a superhero horror, we have a superhero comedy, we've got superhero sci-fi, superhero war films, superhero legal dramas, superhero sitcoms.
Lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp.
There's even superhero musicals on stage and screen.
That's about it.
Well, at least they'll never make a superhero zombie film. Alright, seriously, what's left? Surely there's no more genres that superheroes haven't wormed their wormy fingers into. Except I thought about it for way longer than I should, and there are, actually. 3 of them. Only 3 genres remain that superhero movies haven't done yet. I want to raise awareness of this so studios can get on the case ASAP and their dominance over our lives can be truly complete. I spent, again, way too much time writing and editing this, so I'll be super embarrassed if any of these genres have already been done. Have mercy on me if that's the case.
Cyberpunk!
The cyberpunk genre is coming back in a big way. I mean, it never left, but everybody's heard the word now. It might not have the best connotations anymore, but hey, there's a gap to be filled by quality content now. Technological dystopias feel closer than ever, so while they've lost some of their far-off mystique, it's been replaced by personal relatability. And there's only one reasonable choice here: Cable. And Bishop. Bishop's been done dirty in the movies. He deserves more. Both of these guys have some pretty complicated backstories, especially Cable, but to keep it simple, they're both mutants in the X-Men from the future, and their main thing is that they travel back in time to the present to fix various apocalypses. Apocalypses? Apocalyptices? Anyway, Cable is psychic and has a robot arm. Bishop can absorb and redirect energy. Now that we're all caught up, let's talk about their movie. This should steer more towards the tone of Judge Dredd than X-Men sensibilities. Even in the darkest timelines, X-Men never gets as brutal as I might like in a hard cyberpunk flick. We need action along the lines of Altered Carbon or Dredd, set in the world of Ghost in the Shell. As for the plot, I think the Messiah storylines would work best. For those that don't know, Messiah is kind of like a cross between Children of Men and Looper. A child called Hope Summers is the first mutant to be born after Scarlet Witch depowers all of the mutants in the world. Yeah, that happens. Long story short, there's 2 timelines, and she can either grow up to be the mutant Jesus or the mutant Antichrist. Cable is from the good timeline, Bishop is from the bad. They've both traveled back in time and can fight over her, but they make up and kith in the end. Keep Josh Brolin as Cable, I don't care. As for Bishop, let me think, famous black actors who haven't been superheroes yet. Nope. Been done. Too old. Way too old. Nope.
One eternity later.
Alright, Daveed Diggs, you're up. Great actor, he's been making headlines for years. Hell, he could even do the soundtrack. Like, could you imagine a clipping soundtrack in a cyberpunk film? Make that movie. Number 2, Murder Mystery. Murder mysteries have remained relevant for hundreds of years, and with only a few variations, they've stayed mostly the same. We really love trying to figure out the answer to a big question like who done it, and then watching someone smarter than us figure it out way more quickly. So this one's probably the simplest idea, but its simplicity is definitely its strength. Alright, here's my pitch. Nick Fury, on a train, someone's murdered, and the murderer is a Skrull who can pose as any of the passengers. MCU, Murder on the Orient Express. Now, I don't know too much about Nick Fury, but I do know that I like Samuel L. Jackson in anything and everything doing anything. I don't know if the passengers would be super people or just randoms. Maybe they could be on a SHIELD train, that might work. I don't know why the Skrull would kill whoever the victim is, and I can't really be bothered to look up a comic storyline that would be adapted here. The main thing here is Fury taking full control of the situation like a sweary Poirot and figuring out who the killer is. He can interrogate people, make deductions, get into firefights, have a big old monologue where he reveals the killer. Red herrings, double crosses, shocking twists, high-tension face-offs, the whole shebang. The funny thing is, this would fit really neatly into the current continuity. Right now, Fury's hanging out with the Skrulls doing who knows what, the Skrulls are pretty well established, and the MCU hasn't done any kind of secret invasion stuff where they're the villains yet. So now is a better time than ever to make this. And I'm not suggesting he has to say motherfucking Skrulls on this motherfucking train, but let's be honest, someone will decide that's a good idea. Number 3, Mockumentary.
Why don't you use the front door? You want to draw attention to this house,
You've got a whole documentary crew following you around.
Alright, here's where I lose you, or possibly finally win you over. Everyone's favourite sitcom made this genre famous, and it's been used a lot since. I want to emphasize, this is distinct from found footage because it's deliberate and intended to be released in-universe, so don't come at me saying Chronicle already did this, okay? Anyway, Kite Man and Condiment King Mockumentary, that's the pitch, that's it, that's the thing. Now, if you haven't seen the excellent animated show Harley Quinn last year, do yourself a favor and give it a go. Those who have will know the true joy that is Kite Man. His whole deal is kites. He has no superpowers. He isn't even particularly skilled in anything except gliding. And yet, he's relentlessly confident and completely unaware of how ridiculous he is. I don't know about you guys, but to me, Kite Man absolutely radiates the Office energy. He's awkward, hilarious, cringy, pitiful, and yet you really want to see him succeed. His self-confidence is so infectious. I want to see him attempt things miles out of his range of abilities, bigging himself up in candid interviews, then utterly fail at every turn, take a rapid Jim glance at the camera, and then commit full tilt into acting like he succeeded. I also don't care who you'd cast in this. There's so many funny actors who could play the role. In my mind, I've got Ed Helms playing him right now, with his characters from The Hangover and The Office combined with The Tick. I'd love to see someone way past the height of their fame playing his nemesis Condiment King, though. Like David Spade. I'm sorry, David Spade. I did love you. This has all mostly been a bit of fun for me, but seriously, I wonder what's next. We've seen things like the zombie genre come along, spread to every other genre, then go back to the void from whence it came. Will this generation of superheroes do that? Some people have described superhero films as the latest expression of the monomyth, and so in a sense they've been around forever, and will continue to be so as long as we're human. Who knows, maybe they'll morph into something else entirely we haven't even named yet. I certainly hope so. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave in the comments. In fact, I'd love to hear if there are any other genres that I've missed out that superheroes haven't done. Love to hear your ideas about what could happen next there. But on the same note, I'd probably less want to know if some of these genres have already been done. I'd be super embarrassed. But I know you're going to tell me anyway, because it's the internet. So yeah, sound off in the comments. Do your thing. Like and share and all that blah, blah, blah. Thanks very much. See you later.